The alien fleet stood above the human world. Bright ships, cold metal, silent power. From space, it looked finished. Human cities were dark. Human skies were empty. Human ships were broken. The aliens believed the war was over. They said the humans had lost. They said the humans were weak. The alien commanders watched the planet. They felt proud. They felt safe. One battle, one strike, one victory. That was enough for them. They remembered how humans fought, fast, loud, desperate, and how humans fell. Ships exploded, bases burned, signals vanished. The aliens called it a clean win. They shared victory reports. They played triumph sounds. They prepared return routes. No one expected trouble, because humans did not speak. No message, no threat, no cry. Silence filled the space. Too much silence. One junior officer noticed something strange. Human escape pods were missing. Human distress calls were missing. Human fear was missing. The officer spoke softly. Humans should be screaming. But the commanders laughed. They said humans were broken. They said fear had crushed them. The alien fleet moved closer to leave. That was when sensors showed movement. Deep under the surface. Not ships, not weapons. Movement. The aliens scanned again. Human cities were dark, but not dead. Power lines still existed. Networks still breathed. The aliens ignored it. They had already won. On the surface, human soldiers walked through ruins, slow, calm, focused. They did not cry. They did not run. They collected tools. They shared looks. They nodded. No words were needed. In underground shelters, human leaders stood together. They did not shout. They did not argue. They listened. Screens showed loss. Screens showed fire. Yet their eyes were steady. One human commander spoke. This was expected. No fear followed those words, only understanding. The humans had planned for defeat. They had planned for loss. They always did. Above the planet, alien commanders signed victory logs. They marked the war as finished. They said humans would not rise again. They said humans had no strength left. But they never searched for patience. They never searched for time. In a hidden human facility, machines turned on. Quiet, precise, slow. No alarms, no signals, just work. Humans rebuilt, not ships, not weapons. They rebuilt systems, memory, maps, patterns. They studied the battle they lost, every mistake, every weakness. They learned. The alien fleet finally turned away. Thrusters lit space. Victory lights flashed. Cheers filled their ships. They left guards behind, just a few, because humans were finished, or so they believed. On the human planet, a child looked at the sky. No ships, no stars, only darkness. The child asked a question. Are we gone? The parent answered, no, we are still here. Deep in space, an alien commander paused for 1 second. Human silence felt heavy, not empty, heavy. But he ignored the feeling. Victory felt better. Behind him, human systems woke fully, not to attack, to wait. Humans did not lose hope. They stored it. They did not lose the war. They delayed it. The aliens won the battle. The humans let them. The alien fleet moved away from the human world. Engines glowing, victory signals active. They believed the war was finished. Behind them, the planet stayed quiet. Too quiet. No attacks followed. No chase, no anger, just silence. Alien scouts stayed in orbit, only a few, enough to watch, enough to report. They saw nothing, no ships rising, no weapons charging. Human cities remained dark. The aliens relaxed. They spoke about home, about rewards, about honor. They joked about humans. They said humans broke fast. They said humans feared death. Time passed. Hours, then days. Still no human response. The alien scouts grew bored. They reduced scans. They lowered alert levels. Nothing ever changed. But deep under the planet, human movement continued. Silent halls, soft lights. People walked with purpose. No panic, no crying. Human engineers worked slowly, every step careful, every move planned. They spoke in low voices, not fear, focus. They rebuilt power, not for cities, for networks. Data flowed again, maps of space, maps of enemy paths. Humans watched the aliens leave. They counted ships, they counted time. They did not rush. One human leader said, "Let them think we are gone." The others agreed. They knew this moment. Human history was full of moments like this, moments after loss, moments before return. Above the planet, an alien scout ship detected heat, very small, very deep. The report was sent. Human activity detected. The alien command replied, "Ignore it. They are repairing ruins, nothing more." The scout obeyed, but the feeling stayed. Why no signals? Why no messages? Humans always talked. They always warned. They always shouted. Now nothing. On the planet, human children were moved, not to escape, to protect. Food was shared, water saved. Humans prepared for time, not for battle. Time was their weapon. Human scientists studied alien behavior, how they moved, how they trusted victory. They saw a pattern. Aliens believed silence meant defeat. Humans knew better. Silence could mean thinking. The human networks expanded, slow, hidden. No bright signals, no strong power, just enough. Every human loss was recorded. Every alien move was remembered. Pain turned into knowledge. Knowledge turned into calm. One human soldier asked, "When do we fight?" The answer came, "Not yet. We wait." Above, alien scouts reduced presence again. They trusted reports. They trusted pride. They left only machines. Machines do not fear. Machines do not doubt. Machines do not notice patience. Weeks passed. The human world stayed dark. The galaxy forgot them. Trade resumed. Wars shifted. The humans became a story, a weak species, a fast loss. The aliens liked that story. It made them feel strong. But in the silence, human plans grew. Not loud, not fast, strong. The silence was not empty. It was full. Full of memory, full of resolve. Humans did not cry in the dark. They worked. They did not scream. They waited. The aliens never understood one thing. Silence was not surrender. Silence was preparation.
The alien fleet was far now. Victory reports were complete. The war was listed as closed. Humans were marked as defeated. Trade routes reopened, military forces relaxed, the galaxy moved on. Only a few alien systems still watched the human sector. Machines, drones, automatic eyes. They saw nothing. Then something changed. A supply convoy failed to arrive. No attack signal, no explosion, just absence. The aliens assumed delay. Space was large. Mistakes happened. Another convoy vanished. Again, no noise, no warning. Command checked logs. Fuel was fine. Routes were safe. Confusion grew. Alien officers blamed error. Human error, old systems. No one said human action, because humans were silent. Then an outpost lost power. Lights went dark. Shields fell. Still, no attack. The aliens repaired it, laughed about weak grids, but repairs took longer than expected. Systems kept failing. Small things, unimportant things, until they added up. Communication lagged. Navigation drifted. Alien crews felt uneasy. Something was touching their systems. Soft, careful. Human networks were awake now. Deep, hidden. Humans did not attack ships. They touched information. They studied alien code, alien habits, alien shortcuts. Humans learned fast. One human analyst whispered, "They trust their machines too much." The humans sent no message, no threat, no demand, only pressure. Alien commanders noticed patterns. Failures followed human space, not random, not chance, but still no weapons fire. That scared them more. One alien captain ordered a scan. The scan found nothing, because humans were not there, not in space. They were inside systems. Another convoy disappeared. This time, alien escorts survived. They reported confusion. Controls froze. Maps vanished. Then silence. The cargo was gone. No wreckage, no chase. The galaxy began to notice. Supplies slowed. Prices rose. Alien allies asked questions. The commanders denied problems. They said it was temporary. Pride stayed strong. Then an alien battle group stopped moving. Not destroyed, just stopped. Engines would not respond. Weapons did nothing. Crew waited. Hours passed. No human attack came. Only a message appeared. One line. "You left too early." The alien crew felt fear, real fear, because humans had spoken, and they had not shouted, they had whispered. The message vanished. Systems came back, but trust did not. Alien leaders met. They reviewed reports. No battles lost, no fleets destroyed, yet control was slipping. They realized something painful. Humans were not fighting the war. They were redesigning it. Every small failure weakened alien reach. Every delay cost influence. Humans were pulling threads, slowly, carefully. One alien commander said, "They lost the battle, but they are touching everything." Silence returned, but now it felt different. It felt close. The first shock was not loud. It was not violent. It was understanding. Humans were still here, and they had learned. Alien leaders searched for answers. They reviewed data. They reviewed failures. Nothing made sense. Humans had no fleets nearby, no armies in space, yet alien control was slipping. One alien historian made a suggestion. Study humans, not their weapons, not their ships, their past. The command agreed. Human records were opened. Old wars, old losses. The aliens expected weakness.
They found suffering. They saw humans lose cities, lose worlds, lose millions, again and again. Yet humans returned, not stronger at first, not faster, just present. Human history showed a pattern. Humans lose the first fight, almost always. They fall back, they bleed, they adapt. Aliens studied Earth wars, nations destroyed, people broken. Still, humans rebuilt, sometimes with less, sometimes with nothing, but they rebuilt. An alien officer said, "They do not stop. They rest, then move again." The records continued. Plagues, disasters, famine. Humans survived all, not because they were powerful, because they endured. Alien commanders felt unease. This was not normal. Most species quit after defeat. Humans accepted defeat, then planned after it. Another record showed something important. Humans value time. They wait, they learn, they remember. Time was not their enemy. Time was their ally. One alien general spoke. They are dangerous, not in battle, in patience. Humans trained children to adapt, to question, to fix. Failure was not shame. Failure was data. This idea disturbed the aliens. Their own culture punished failure. Human culture studied it. The aliens reviewed recent events. Human silence, human precision. Now it made sense. Humans were not hiding. They were preparing. One alien asked, why did they not surrender? The historian answered, because surrender ends learning. Humans never close the lesson. Fear spread slowly. Not panic, not chaos. Respect. Alien leaders understood. They had mistaken quiet for weakness. They had mistaken loss for defeat. One commander said, "We broke their fleets, but not their will." Silence returned to the room. This silence was heavy, full of meaning. The aliens realized a truth. Humans do not need to win fast. They only need to continue. That was when the alarms sounded. Not weapons, not attacks, a system report. Another failure, another delay. Human influence growing. The aliens now knew this was not the end. This was the beginning. The aliens increased their patrols. More ships, more scans. They searched for humans. They found nothing. No fleets, no weapons, only problems. Supply routes bent, schedules failed. Alien worlds waited for resources, fuel, food, parts. Deliveries arrived late or not at all. The aliens won battles, small ones. They destroyed empty stations. They bombed silent moons. No humans were there. Humans had already moved. Human planners watched everything, not from one place, from many. Small teams, hidden cells. Each team touched one system. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud, just change. A human engineer adjusted numbers. A human analyst delayed signals. A human coder closed a door. One by one, alien systems slowed. Alien fleets stayed strong, but they stayed still. Power without direction. Alien commanders ordered strikes. They hit where humans were before. Empty space answered them. Morale weakened. Victory felt far. Human networks grew wider. They used alien rules, alien habits. They knew how aliens reacted. Pride, speed, overconfidence. Humans used that. They let aliens chase shadows. They let them burn fuel. They let them make noise. Every alien move created data. Humans collected it. Human leaders spoke calmly. Let them move. We decide when to stop them. Aliens began to fight each other, not with weapons, with blame. One commander accused another. Supplies were missing, orders unclear, trust broke. Human pressure stayed invisible. Alien citizens felt it first. Lights flickered, services slowed, questions spread. The aliens tried to show strength, public victories, strong speeches, but reality disagreed. Human actions were small, but constant. The war humans designed was not about destruction, it was about control. Control of time, control of movement. Aliens still had bigger ships. Humans had better patience. An alien general admitted, "We win every fight, but we are losing everything else." That was the moment the aliens understood. They had stepped into a war they did not know how to fight. Humans did not rush the end. They shaped it, slowly, carefully. Every system touched, every habit turned against its owner. The war was no longer loud. It was everywhere, and it belonged to humans.
Alien leaders gathered again, this time without pride. Screens showed losses, not ships, not soldiers. Influence, control, trust. Systems still worked, but not together. Every command arrived late. Every response felt slow. The galaxy was changing. Allies questioned orders. Trade partners hesitated. The aliens still looked powerful, but power without reach meant nothing. One alien commander spoke quietly. "We cannot find them." Another replied, "Because they are everywhere." Silence followed. They reviewed the timeline, the human defeat, the celebration, the withdrawal. That moment hurt the most. They had turned away too soon. An alien analyst said, "They never tried to win back space. They took our foundation instead." Human patterns were clear now. They avoided big battles. They avoided glory. They aimed for endurance. The aliens understood too late. This war was not about territory. It was about stability, and humans were breaking it. A junior commander asked, "Can we strike their world again?" The answer came slow. "We can, but it will change nothing." Destroying cities did not stop humans. It taught them. Another truth surfaced. Humans did not hate. They calculated. They did not rush revenge. They waited for advantage. Fear settled in the room, not panic, respect. One alien leader admitted, "They planned for losing. We never did." That was the difference. Alarms sounded again. Another system failed. Another ally stepped back. The galaxy was learning. Humans were not weak. They were patient. The aliens faced reality. They could continue, burn fuel, lose trust, lose time, or stop. One alien said the unthinkable, "We should talk." The room froze. Contacting humans felt dangerous, but necessary. They prepared a message, short, clear, peace request. It was sent. For the first time since defeat, humans responded, not with words, with timing. The failures stopped. Systems stabilized, just enough. The message was clear.
Humans were listening. They always were. The aliens understood fully now. They did not face a broken enemy. They faced a quiet one.
The alien council waited. For the first time, they waited. Their peace message stayed open. No reply came, not for hours, not for days. The galaxy watched. Then, a human signal appeared. Not loud, not strong, clear. The humans did not threaten. They did not boast. They spoke simply. You left before the war was over. That was all. The aliens listened. Human representatives did not show fleets. They did not show power. They showed records, timelines, patterns, results. Every delay, every failure, all connected. The aliens saw it clearly. Humans had touched everything, not with force, with understanding. A human voice explained, "You defeated our ships. You did not defeat our people." The words carried no anger, only truth. The terms of peace were shared. No revenge, no destruction, only balance. Humans did not ask for territory. They asked for time, for respect, for space to exist. The aliens agreed because they had no better choice. When the agreement was signed, human systems slowly disconnected. Pressure faded. Alien systems returned to normal. The galaxy felt relief. But the lesson stayed. Human worlds powered up again. Cities lit. Skies opened. Not in celebration, in continuation. Children learned the story, not as victory, as warning. Never confuse silence with defeat. The aliens recorded the war. They named it carefully. Not the war they won, the war they survived. In their archives, one line remained. Humans do not need to win first. They only need to last. The aliens won one battle. Humans won the war.